Okay, so we're going to go ahead and solve this equation for x. The first thing I want you to notice is on the left-hand side we have a couple of like terms. We have a positive 3 and a minus 1. We're going to go ahead and combine those together. We also have a couple of like terms on the right-hand side. We have a 9x and a minus 6x that we're going to be combining. That's how we're going to start working this problem. So if we take the 3 and the minus 1, combine those together, it gives me a positive 2. Bring down the plus 2x, and bring down the equal sign. And so we've simplified the left-hand side of the equation. On the right-hand side of the equation, we have the 9x and the minus 6x. We're going to combine those together to get a positive 3x. And then we'll bring down the plus 4. And now we have cleaned up the right-hand side of the equation. At this point, you want all of your terms with x's on one side of the equation, anything without x's on the other side of the equation. You have to decide which side of the equation do you want your x's on, the right or the left. We'll go ahead and we will put our x's on the left. So anything on the left should have an x, anything on the right-hand side should not have an x with it. So if you take a look at the left-hand side of the equation, this 2 does not have an x on it, so we need to move that 2 over to the other side of the equation. So I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides of the equation. I'm going to put minus 2 here underneath the 4 because those are like terms. If I put the minus 2 under the 3x, that doesn't make any sense because they're not like terms. I wouldn't be able to do that subtraction. The 2x is fine where he's at because he's on the left-hand side. If we move over to the right-hand side, I have a 3x on this side, and that's not okay because we wanted our x's on the left-hand side of the equal sign. So this 3x needs to move over, so I'm going to subtract 3x to get rid of him. Whatever you do to one side of the equation, you have to do to the other. So I'm going to subtract 3x from this side of the equation again, remembering to line up my like terms. So at this point, I'm just going to add straight down and combine my like terms that way. So if I add straight down here, that's 0. I'm not going to write anything down because that's gone. Here I have a positive 2x and a minus 3x. So when I combine those together, I'm left with a negative 1x. And you can put the 1 in if you'd like, or you can just write negative x. Bring down the equal sign. On the right-hand side, a 3x minus 3x is 0. That's gone, so I'm not going to write anything down for that. Here, positive 4 minus 2 gives me a positive 2 left over. So what I have is a negative 1 times x equals 2. Almost done. I need to get x all by itself, so I need to get rid of that negative 1. The way we get rid of a number that's multiplied to an x is we divide it. So because this negative 1 is being multiplied to the x, I'm going to undo multiplication with division, so I will divide by whatever's attached, in this case negative 1. That's only legal if I do the same thing to the other side. So I have a negative 1 times x equals 2. I'm going to divide both sides of the equation by a negative 1. Negative 1 divided by a negative 1 is a positive 1, so I have a positive 1x, which you can just write as x. Bring down the equal sign, and then here I have a 2 divided by a negative 1. With division, if the signs are different, your answer is negative, and then 2 divided by 1 is 2. And there's your answer.